Okay, hello. This is Metallica, Fade to Black. I've never reacted to a Metallica song, but obviously I know who Metallica is. I mean, I feel like everyone by this point knows who Metallica is. And I mean, they're one of the biggest bands of the last, what, like 40 years now? Time flies by. Anyway, uh, and obviously I've heard Fade to Black, but I mean, I've never dug into it. Like, I'm not a huge Metallica fan or heavy metal fan or whatever, but obviously I've heard the song on the radio and everything. And yeah, I don't know how Metallica is with copyright and all that stuff. So hopefully this video doesn't get taken down. Anyway, and I'm not wasting my time here, but either way, we're just going with this. And yeah, just first time reacting to a Metallica song. But like I said, I've heard a lot of Metallica songs, and yeah. Anyway, that's a little intro there, and we're gonna get into this now. It's like 7 minutes, yeah. So I'll talk about it after, and like I said, hopefully this doesn't get taken down. I'll see you guys. Well, I won't see you guys. I'll talk to you guys in 7 minutes. All right, "Fade to Black" from Metallica. Like I said, well-known song. Just I mean, and it's good that it's well-known song. Great messages in this song, and yeah, so we're gonna get into it here. So on Genius.com over here, we got the about, and it says "Fade to Black" is a powerful ballad about a man who wants to commit suicide and eventually does it. Yeah, so I've never, like I said, I never got into these like what like the song's about. So this is eye-opening for me as well. So it says yeah, and eventually does it. So the depressive lyrics regarding someone with suicidal desires were inspired by James Hetfield's first Marshall amplifier, which his mother helped him get before she died, being stolen just before the album was recorded. So it says, what have the artist said about the song? So it says James Hetfield told Rolling Stone, "Fade to Black got good and bad responses. When the censorship thing started, that was one of the songs they tried to attack, which is stupid. I mean, it's stupid. These parents finding their kids dead in the garage with these lyrics, sucking on an exhaust pipe. People try to sue bands for their mistakes, but we got tons and tons of letters. We still do that say Fade to Black saved my life, but no one wants to read those. It's too nice. It's too boring." Uh, so yeah, it's just like yeah, like it's so dumb. I mean, the whole thing of like songs, especially what was this? This was like 84 when Ride the Lightning came out. So with 85, you had Tipper Gore and the whole parents against rock music thing, which is just like, and then the whole parental advisory sticker came along, and it's just, I mean, like Hetfield said here, it's just like there's tons of letters he gets from people saying Fade to Black saved my life, but it's just like, but people are gonna go on about how the song has suggestive lyrics that people are gonna die because of the song because they'll listen to it. If anyone dies from listening to the song, they already had the thought of dying in their head or committing suicide in their head before this. It's not like they're gonna get a Metallica album and hear Fade to Black and think, oh, I'm gonna kill myself now. It's just I don't know. It's always so stupid. I mean, there's so many artists that have had to fight that kind of stuff with like Marilyn Manson, and I mean like Eminem and Twisted Sister, who D. Snyder was the guy who like went against Tipper Gore in 1985. That's a well-known little court thing, which is always a nice watch. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that comment just made me go on a little rant. But I mean, yeah, it's just especially with a song like this with so much meaning, it's just like, oh, we're gonna attack the song because of its lyrics. Anyway, uh, yeah. What else is going on here? So it said, why did people react to it the way they did at the time on this song? So it said Lars Ulrich said probably because there was a group of people who had a different view of what Metallica was, that we were a lot more one-dimensional, and often I feel like there's two Metallicas. There's the Metallica I live and breathe every day, and then there's Metallica I read about. Those are often two contradictory things. The things that people get caught off guard about are completely normal in my mind, but maybe we don't do good enough explaining them. So yeah, like it said, I think this was, I don't want to say something wrong here, but I think Ride the Lightning was their second album, I want to say. So it's like they had Kill Them All or Kill 'Em All, and yeah, this was their second studio album. So I mean, this is pretty much, it's a different kind of feeling song than on Kill 'Em All, which is like a lot more faster and raw and all this stuff. And then 84 came along with this track, and it was slowed down and all this stuff. But I mean, it's still, like I said, so much meaning and everything in the song. It's a great song, and I mean, now it's looked back at with uh, great views or whatever. And yeah, so I mean, we'll get into it now. Okay, so it says, life it seems to fade away. The first verse here, drifting further every day, getting lost within myself. Nothing else matters, or nothing matters, no one else. So people who are depressed will often get so distracted by their own pain that other people don't matter very much to them. James Hetfield had problems with his life around the time Ride the Lightning was released. There had been times where James and Lars Ulrich had, in fact, been contemplating suicide. Lars discussed these hard times in an interview with MTV. So yeah, I mean, I've lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give. The narrator is implying that he feels worthless and doesn't see the point of being alive anymore, which is a common feeling with people and their suicidal tendencies. So it says, there's nothing more for me, that need the end to set me free. So yeah, it's just the narrator feels the only way to end his pain and suffering is through suicide, which is a way, I mean, a lot of people feel who are suicidal, and yeah, it's just like I said before, like if someone hears a song and I don't think they're just gonna commit suicide right off the bat once they hear the song. It's like you have to have those thoughts in your head for so long uh, to actually do it because suicide's a big thing, and yeah, it's not a not a easy topic to go on. Anyway, yeah, things not what they used to be, missing one inside of me. So Metallica wrote this after their equipment was stolen in '84 and they had to start all over again. Well, that would suck. More specifically, James Hetfield wrote the lyrics in response to one of his amps being stolen. Stolen, right? Not only was this his amp his favorite, but it was also the first amp he ever owned, and it had a lot of sentimental value to him. The song is about losing everything and wondering if it is worth going on. So emptiness is filling me to the point of agony, growing darkness, taking dawn. It was me, but now he's gone. And that's some heavy lyricism there. Many musicians feel a hole in them. They are not making music, but James felt a bigger hole, knowing that someone tried to stop him from making music, and he couldn't because that even if he wanted to, he couldn't because they stole all of his equipment. So yeah, that would suck. I mean, stealing his equipment. I mean, Metallica was just coming on the scene here. Uh, yeah, and I mean, they were trying to start out, and you're taking his equipment, especially his favorite amp, like it said, he got from his mother. And I mean, if you don't know what happened to his mom, she died, and I think she had a disease. I can't remember what happened to her, but there's a song about it, I think. But yeah, anyway, we're getting off of something else here. No one but me can save myself, but it's too late now. I can't think of why I should even try. So yeah, another bleak, depressing lyric, which is in a lot of suicidal people's minds. So it says, yesterday seems as though it never existed. Death grips me warm. Now I will just say goodbye, goodbye. So the man in the song is about to kill himself. He's done with life, and death is what he prefers at this point. Um, there's a therapeutic value in the song of just getting those thoughts out in the open and hearing how awful they are. Life is never truly empty or pointless. There's never truly nothing to live for. Metallica received many letters from people who said the song stopped them from committing suicide, the ultimate sin. So, like I said before, lots of letters they got over the song. The last line of the song is a final goodbye from this person as he committed suicide. He's gone. Notice the way Hetfield sings the line as goodbye. So yeah, that was a great impression, wasn't it? So yeah, lengthening. I can't talk. Anyway, he lengthened the word, and his voice gets quieter, just like the narrator killing himself. So he slowly fades into memory, like Hetfield's voice echoes into silence at the end of the song. I never thought about that, but that's a nice observation there, and yeah, I can see that parallel, and also the ending here with the instrumental outro. I mean, I've seen that this solo at the end here has been ranked as one of the best of all time, and it's for good reason. And yeah, so it says a powerful guitar solo ends Fade to Black, signifying the end of a life through suicide and the emotion love. It's too late. I'm tired. I can't talk. The emotion loved ones and relatives must endure after the death. This outro is one of the most iconic ones in a Metallica song, with a feeling of practically different from the rest of the song, providing an even more depressing and melancholy sentiment compared to the rest of the song. Despite the song being entitled Fade to Black, this outro usually does not end with a fade out in live shows, unlike the original studio version of the song. Instead, it is a slow down to the end of the song. Whether it is a better version is up to interpretation. The solo itself was also improvised by Kirk Hammett himself in studio. Well, he played the guitar while thinking about very depressing things. So yeah, I never knew that either. But I mean, that's just a nice little factoid about that one. Anyway, yeah, sorry about tripping over my words there. It's I've been reacting to a lot of music today, and yeah, this is the last video of the night actually. So yeah, anyway, there's a look into my life. So yeah, I've gone through everything here, and now I will say, the person who requested this song, they said they read my, I guess my bio, or well, talking for a long time, but that my bio or whatever, or my about on my channel, about like how I have like depression, I mean, and anxiety and all that stuff. which is why I pretty much like started doing reactions on this channel back in May of this year. And so yeah, it's just like things were not very well, about a year away. I think actually today, the 20th, a year ago today, I don't know when I'll put this video out, but October 20th, when I'm recording this, uh, I think that's when I like came out with that I was not feeling very well in the head and all that stuff, and had like kind of a mental illness. And so yeah, it's just yeah, now that kind of like brought me back here, because yeah, a year ago today pretty much is when I came out and said that. So yeah, um, and then finally, like things, I mean, things didn't get better right away. Obviously, they won't ever really happen like that. And so yeah, it's just like with this song, it's just like the person who requested it said, it's just like it probably a little you could feel similarities to it. And I mean, anyone who's had like bad thoughts or whatever can relate to this song, which is why so many people said this song saved my life. And yeah, it's a very meaningful and relatable song. Yeah, and like a lot of like emptiness, like so many themes in a song is what like people like who have depression and anxiety and all that stuff go through. With just like missing, like I'll go through some lyrics here. It's just like life seems to fade away, like drifting further every day, getting lost within myself. Pretty much every lyric in the song is what you can relate to if you're suicidal. Nothing matters, no one else. I have lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give. Near the end, need the end to set me free. Things are not what they used to be. Missing one inside of me. Emptiness is filling me to the point of agony. So it's like I was me, but now he's gone. It's like no one but me can save myself, but it's too late. And that line, oh my goodness, oh, okay, some app is sending me a message. Anyway, the line, no one else, or no one can but me can save myself, that is very heavy stuff right there. It's like, just like not on the surface or whatever, but like no one else can save me but myself. And that's so true, because it's like you go to like a therapy session, or you go to like whatever psychiatrist, and it's just like they give you suggestions, they give you advice and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you do. It's like you can choose to like keep going down like the path of being sad all the time and all that stuff, and or you can choose to like try to get out of it and try to better yourself. I mean, some people just don't better themselves, and some people just end it, like the person in the song did. And yeah, it's just like no one but me can save myself. It's so true. And it's just like that line. I wanted to point that out. It's just like it's freaking true, man. And it's just up to you. Like it all comes down to that about everything. With like, I mean, anything in life, it all comes down to you. It's not on anybody else. I mean, if you choose to like, I mean, I guess I'm just taking this from my life or whatever. But like, if I choose to overeat and like I've lost a lot of weight or whatever, and if I choose to overeat, it's not on anyone else for me that I've gained weight. It's my fault. I choose to put the food in my mouth. Like, if I choose to not get out of a rut I'm in over like depression or whatever, it's my fault, because like it's all up to me. I mean, some people could try to help you, but I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to you. And it's just like that has to be, you have to know that. So yeah, I mean, I'm up on my soapbox here, but anyway, yeah, the song is just so relatable, and I'm glad someone requested this. I never really thought of doing a Metallica reaction. I mean, they're one of the biggest bands, and I've seen so many people react to their songs and like say that it's their first time hearing a song, which I mean, is it really? I mean, come on now. That ain't it, Chief. But anyway, I guess that's about it. No, also, I will say, I just have a lot to say about the song. And also, it's kind of even like, there's even more to do with the song right now, because James Hetfield, at the end of September there, he, what was it? He had went to rehab. I think he's still in rehab for an addiction. And also it says like he's, they're trying to better understand his demons, including depression. So I mean, which is like depression, it says anyone can face, and obviously that's what everyone has. Like it's just like not just like one person goes through depression. Like everybody faces depression. Everybody has those problems. But I mean, some people are better at it than others to like block it out and move on or whatever. And some people don't dwell on it for so long. But I mean, even now, it's just like James Hetfield. He's like, I want to say he's 50 something years old, and he's still having trouble and all that stuff. And it's just like you're never too old or too young or whatever to like go through hardships in life. I mean, that's just how it goes, and there's no like you shouldn't be embarrassed or whatever about what you're feeling or thinking or whatever. You just got to get help and try to better yourself and just be you, you know? So, I mean, yeah. And I mean, suicide, like it says, uh, they were feeling it. Like, I mean, like it said with how somebody stole their equipment and all that, and how that amp was so special to Headfield. It's just like people can feel so sad and depressed. I mean, it's just what happens through life. And I mean, you're on Earth for like about 80 years if you live long or whatever. And it's like at some point in your life, you're going to feel crappy. And yeah, you're going to feel an emptiness. And yeah, it's just up to you to get over that and try to continue on. And it's hard to do. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. But I mean, you got to try. And I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, this is just a great song with a great message. And yeah, I guess, I mean, it's a popular song, but it's for good reason. Also, I want to say, like, obviously, Cliff Burton, who's the bassist of Metallica, it sucks that he died like 2 years after this was released. And I mean, obviously, he didn't commit suicide or anything like that, but it was his death was bad. He died in a bus crash and was the only one in who died in the bus crash with the band. And that would suck so much too. And especially if you hear the song after that, it's just like, I don't know how they reacted to it. But I mean, yeah, it just sucks that Cliff is gone. He was a great bassist, and yeah, he was just 24. And I mean, that would suck too. It's just, especially like at the start, like that was like 86. So I mean, with Metallica, it's like you had a few like depressing things happen to you in a few years, and I mean, they got through it obviously, and they're still going today. Obviously, in like the 2000s there, and late 90s or whatever, there was that documentary about Metallica and how they all kind of hated each other. And I mean, this band has been through the ringer, but still, they're like one of the greatest bands of the last 40 years. They've sold so many albums, and they have so many hit singles. I mean, they're millionaires, but yeah, everyone goes through shit, and yeah, it doesn't matter how famous you are. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So yeah, this was a long video, but I mean, I felt like I had to get a lot off my chest here. And that's about it, I guess. Thanks for the request, and thanks for watching and subscribing and liking and commenting and all that stuff. Really appreciate everything, and I'm so glad that I have this channel to like get all this crap out and just vent and to react to music, because I love music. Music is universal. Doesn't matter what language you speak or anything like that. It's always a great thing, and it can help you in your life, and it's just so nice. So I guess that's it. Like I said, thanks for watching. If you listen to all of this, I mean, you are an MVP. So yeah, that's about it. I guess that's it. Yeah, okay, that's it. So for the third time, I'll see you guys soon, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah, thanks for watching, really.